decided to come out in the suburbs today, the other side of where I live. The last video I did was kind of in the general downtown area of my part of Indiana, but this one's past my house, and I've been doing about 7 miles already, but the hills out here are much more sustained than the hills in the forest where I volunteer and where I do my normal training. So this is in some ways a better workout. It's not as good on my knees because it's paved the whole way, but the hills are great. The hills really challenge my legs. You know, I mean, this is northern Indiana. You're not going to get much challenge, and I learned that the hard way last year because I trained like crazy out here, and then when I went to Georgia, my legs were like, what the hell is this? This is not what we're used to. So when I could do 14 miles here, like it was nothing, and I could do that in a few hours down there. 14 miles was the whole day, and it just was a much, much bigger challenge. But I'm trying to do the hills more around here. The only downside of walking through the suburbs is there's a lot more people. I've crossed paths with at least twice as many people as I do on a really nice day in the woods. So if I usually pass, I don't know, 10 people over the span of 3 hours on a nice weather day in the forest, here it's been almost 24, I think. And, you know, lots of people will think, oh, that's great. Get to say hi to people and see all the dogs that people walk and watch kids having fun on their bikes, blah, 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 blah. You're not me. And I kind of have a different experience of all this. I think I've mentioned long ago, I know I've mentioned throughout various videos, and I've had different health issues my whole life, but a lot of it is because of a condition I was born with. A lot of it is just my damn luck, because apparently every problem you can think of has popped up with me at one point or another, and they keep just adding new ones. But anyway, what I was born with was called Vater syndrome, V-A-T-E-R. It's an acronym for a bunch of other words. And I think nowadays they call it Vactral, because they added some other symptoms that fit in with that constellation in that syndrome. But because of that, some of the symptoms are external. Like, I'm very short. 5'4". Oh no, there's a dead animal. I'm so sorry. You don't want to see that. Oh, poor baby. But that always really bums me out. Anyway, I'm 5'4", but I have size 12.5 feet. I have a extremely broad chest, like 44.5 for a suit. I have the neck of a linebacker. I have no thumbs. I have half the length of my forearm on the right forearm. So my hand basically ends about halfway up where your forearm would be. So I look bizarre. And that's fine. I made peace with the fact that I'm not an attractive man long ago. Even as a kid, I really didn't care. I'm very muscular. I'm told I have a very charming smile. I used to have really great hair. But I'm not losing my hair exactly, but I got a sunburn once on the top of my head when I used to shave my head, and the blisters were so bad that it basically scarred it. So that pseudo bald spot, I guess, is actually just a scar. But if you don't see that, it looks like I still have really good hair. But you know, until you look really close to me, from a distance, I might look like a fairly handsome, albeit short guy. And I get that a lot through the way people treat me, you know, from a distance, especially as I've gotten older and I guess more mature looking. I looked really young most of my life. Like, it wasn't until the last few years where I looked even remotely my age. even now, when I tell people I'm near 50, they're just utterly shocked. But like in my 20s and even early 30s, people thought I was still a teenager. So, but nowadays, you'll see women at a distance will smile and look warm and welcoming. And there have been a couple times where you get that look from a woman, or women who probably get that look from most men. And as they get closer, the look always changes. The smile always changes. And I don't care. I don't need other women to find me attractive. Not at all. My woman finds me attractive, I hope, and that's all I care about. Everyone else can fuck right off. But when that facial expression changes, that's what pisses me off. Because it's like, if it was a tone, it would be switching from hi to, oh, hi. That's how that expression would sound. And so I get that quite often. Or I'll get maybe people with really good vision will have that extra super chipper smile as they come up. And they'll start talking to me. And from people like that, suddenly my name becomes, hey buddy, oh look at the puppy. Hi puppy. But the word buddy is bandied around a lot in society. And if you pay attention to the context and the tone, it's not a nice turn of phrase for some people. And to make it even worse is a little buddy. Oh, hey, you need help with that, little buddy? I think I've mentioned before in other things that when you look like I do, people also think that you think like I look. And so there's this double treatment. And I'm bringing all this up because there have been multiple instances on this one walk, where the expression issue happened, or someone's tone changed, or there was one elderly gentleman who I walked by, and he was fiddling with something. He was struggling with, I don't know, something on his like little backpacker thing. And I asked if he needed help. He was looking down at his thing, and he's like, oh no, I'm okay. And then he looks up at me and does the whole, the eyes moving up and down the body. And he goes, how about you, little buddy? Do you need any help? Yeah. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you very much. So, this is one reason why I don't like walking in neighborhoods. But it is a good workout. And the sun came out. It was really cloudy earlier today. It was so foggy this morning. But that cleared off. And then as I started hiking, I don't even know if you can call it hiking when it's on the side of a damn road, but we'll call it hiking. When I started hiking, it was so cloudy, but already warm as hell. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt right now. And all that cloud has kind of pulled away. The sun is out. There was a squirrel following me for a little while I was eating my protein bar. I love it when they do that. That always cracks me up. But there's still nice things out here. But the people, as usual, piss me off. And, when I say all this happened today, what I mean is this happens every day. Every time I'm outside, I cannot go anywhere without at least one or two instances, if not more. And I don't know why I'm not used to it yet after all these years. I did get used to it from little kids. When I was a little kid, I already got used to that. But it always really pissed me off when adults were like that. And now as an adult, it pisses me off even more. Because I'm where you are. I know you should know damn well better. I don't know why I'm yelling. It's a minor annoyance in the grand scheme of things. But for me, it's a constant annoyance. It's why I don't like going to the store. It's why I don't like really going anywhere if I don't have to. And the only time I'm really comfortable is out in the wilderness where there's as few people as possible. And the people who are out there recognize that if you're out there too, it's because you are capable of it. And so there's never really that much of a tone or expressions or anything. When I did the 300 miles of the AT last year, I can't think of any specific occasion offhand where anything like that happened. Because we all know that we've made it out into this boat. And if we can swim that far, I'm totally butchering the metaphor, but you know what I mean. And it's kind of funny because it's the exact same attitude that I find when I play basketball, especially on a playground. And even more especially like in big cities. I've played in Chicago, I've played in New York, I've played several courts in New York, and the only thing that matters there is if you can play. They don't give a shit what you look like. You can come on there looking like you're made of Play-Doh the way I do, and just shaped from weird random Lego parts or something, and they'll pass you the ball, and if you can do something with it, you'll get the ball again. And if you don't get the ball, you get a rebound, you steal it, you block someone's shot. It's all performance based. But in society, in the suburbs, in the capitalistic monasteries we call stores and malls, all of that goes away. Suddenly, if you look like me, you're a special little buddy. Fuck you. Fuck you very much. I'm gonna keep hiking. I've got maybe 7 more miles. And when I get to go home, rinse off all the sweat. It's nice to really sweat because it's so nice out here. I'm actually sweating again instead of those cold days. But get cleaned up, make dinner, and then talk about what we're gonna do for my birthday when it's coming up soon. So I still haven't decided yet. Actually, I don't really like my birthday. I knew very young that I wasn't going to live through my 50s. And now that I'm closing in on 50, I feel like I'm running out of road. So each new birthday kind of sucks a little bit more. But I want to find something that I can enjoy, because I know my wife really likes for me to enjoy my birthdays. I like when she's happy, so in some ways, making myself find something joyful and make her happy, which makes me even happier. So I'm cool with that. Hope you guys enjoy whatever weather you have. If it's really crazy out there, sometimes just standing in the craziness can feel good too. So do what you gotta do to find something fun. Talk to you later.